YouTube. I am Pinstar, and this is Earth. Yeah, I still am in kind of a board game-ish mood, so let's do it. Let's run it back a little bit. Let's see if we can best our score. All right, so one thing I've learned very much so is we want to look at our global scorecards first before we even start considering our own ecosystem cards and island and whatnot. So blue ability, so kind of leaning towards that. Flora without any growth or sprout tokens. Interesting. So they just want us to spam cards, but nothing to put on them. Fill both diagonals, that's a given. This is an easy one. And high value cards. I might not go for this one because I find that you get a lot more tempo out of cards that have low base value, and you get the big plays out of cards that have like a bigger mechanical value, like some of the terrain cards. 6 per column of a different type of thing. We can do that if we plan carefully, especially since none of the other cards seem to be demanding that we spam out plant types. So yeah, we could do that. And then per row with a different number of growth tokens. So that runs kind of counter to this one. So we got to decide kind of early on, do we want to do no growth tokens, or do we want to be very careful about how we manage the growth tokens? Although these two work together, terrains cannot have growth tokens on them, but 0 is a valid number of growth tokens. And since we have if we have a column of terrains, then the other columns just have to have some form of growth tokens other than 0. So we have to go real heavy growth tokens if we're going to include terrain. And I really don't. Not including terrain in your board is really difficult to win with. So yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get this one. All right, so let's look at our islands. What do we have to work with? Do we have some internal synergies? We do, again, we have an affinity for blue, but we don't have to do that. Although Oceanic is speaking to me. It's speaking to me real good. La Palma, also really good. Not as many cards as I'd like them to be, but this is kind of blue heavy. I know we've kind of gone blue heavy in our last couple of games, and blue intrinsically is not like overpowered. It just so happens that we be running that way. Let's see, Metashol, no. Nizros, that is really, I don't think I would ever really want to play on this one. 3 cards and no compost, where some of the best abilities are ones that you spend compost on. Yeah. So yeah, growth into soil, and this gets us cards. And this knocks out 2 blues right off the bat. We just need to find some way to start giving us growths. Cards in hand, no. Cards in our thing, probably not. If we were going red build, yes. 8 points per 2 flora with 4 or more growth, or 8 per 2 points with 2 or less. Oh, how much growth potential they have. I gotcha. If we're going to be going for the high growth, let's go for the high growth potentials on some of these. Yeah, I think that's better. All right, is there any others? I mean, Deception Island, I love Deception Island, but we don't have anything that is specifically asking for cold. Subtropical Highland is also a really, really good power. Like a really, really freaking good power. There's also... But no, I think I'm going to go La Palma. Let's make it happen. And we have nothing but yellows. Thank you, game. Thank you. And a little red. Well, I guess we're going blue and yellow. Luckily, we have some really good stuff here. This fungus, early soil generation, really good. The Angel's Trumpets will give us the growth tokens that we desire. Yellow Sprout's way too expensive for the early game. Rubber Tree, we are not ready for that. All right, we start off with what, 7? That's not bad at all. All right, we need to be mindful of our columns. Angel's Trumpets, it needs to be an inner column to have plenty of adjacencies. The fungus needs to happen. I mean, we can go for... We definitely want the fungus down first. Now, if we play the trumpets, we're only going to get a little of effect out of it because there's only room for one growth here. I'm going to play the heather. Just in case the Gaia calls yellow, because then we can get double prizes out of that. If they call red, I am not activating that power because we like our other cards here. Also, if we can also call yellow ourselves. To get some extra cards. But let's see what we get here. Still no blues. Sandy soil, bushes cost less, and it's worth 9 by itself. That's not too bad. I mean, both of these are fantastic red powers, but we're not really going red. I kind of want to go for this one because it gives us some slow growth, which we can then spend to blue. And we already have a column going for fungus, so yeah, we'll go with them. It's also not too expensive. Aha! They went yellow. They went yellow. Absolutely. Yeah, we're absolutely drawing cards. Lots of cards. The more options, the better. Oh, all right. Now this is officially starting to turn into a yellow build. We have our 1 blue card, but yeah, we're definitely mulching for 3. Another card. That one I'm not as excited about, but still, I'm happy we drew that. We have 8 soil. All right, we can make some good things happen here. We also need to be mindful of what Gaia might call. Since yellow is going to be off the table for a while, they do eventually reshuffle their deck so they can call yellow a second time, but it's not going to be anytime soon. So we might not want to double down on yellow. We might actually want to put out our red. And then we can't afford the red plus the blue. And then besides, the blue is asking us for fungus on a row, but we are doing things colony, so I'm probably not even going to buy this one. I do want to get the Angel's Trumpets down just for when I call yellow, because then we can get plenty of growth so that we can actually call blue. All right, yep, that's our move here. So we get the fungus and we put in the fungus column. We get the trumpets. We put them in the bush column. We're going to want to make sure it's surrounded by other growth accepting plants so it can always have room for its bonus every time yellow gets called. Speaking of, yeah, that'll get some growth, but actually, the Florence fennel looks good. It's expensive though. A solar flare is kind of talking to me. Edible amaranth is a late game card, really good late game when you're drawing too many. Do we want the tall blue stem? I mean, this gets us heapin' helpin's of growth. But both of these cost 7, so yeah. Do we have any means of getting... We do have a means of getting... You know what? I'm going to take the solar flare. I'm not going to use it right away. Obviously, we can't. But we're at 2. We can't do another plant action. We do mercifully gain soil when we take the grow action. And we do need to seed ourselves with some growth tokens so we can take the blue and not waste it. So yeah. Alright, so they're claiming fauna, so we don't get anything. Diagonals, or, yeah, you can take the gray wolf. Because we're more likely to be able to get the boa. Though I need to be more mindful and aggressive about pursuing the boa. Alright, we got 2. We need more stuff. If we go... You know, we could actually use the... If we call red, we get a little of each resource, which turns blue on. Actually, let's do that. I mean, we don't have anything that spends that. So calling yellow or red would work out for us. But we get more soil with that. So let's call red. Plus, I have a couple of cards that I actually want to discard from my hand because I don't see myself playing them. Yeah, that's just free. And put that on this because it can't bonus itself. So any growth tokens we get from an outside source is going to go straight on to those Angel's Trumpets. And then, of course, we get one of those. And yeah, we will activate the drop 2. Do I want to get rid of the birch? I do want to get rid of this. I don't want to go too deep into red. But then again, you know what? I think I'm just going to do the one. You don't have to take both actions. But now we're ready in case they call blue. Nope, they call a plant. All right. Well, I'm glad we got some of our stuff in here. Do I want the birch? Yeah, I want the birch now, which means we're going to need to start another column. We definitely want them over on this side, adjacent to the trumpets. Hey, our first viable blue card. I'll take that. Once we have enough stuff for it. So we could play that, but then we'd be wasting a turn. They've got to be getting closer to calling blue. I don't really need more. See, the problem is we only get 3 soil out of a yellow action, and we need 4 if we're going to do 4 and 4 here. But I don't really want to call red again, because I don't really have anything I want to sacrifice to this. Calling blue will give us a bunch of the sprouts and 2 soil plus 2 more soil, 4 soil. I guess we could call blue. Yeah, that gives us 4 soil plus some extra cards plus some extra goodies. So yeah, we'll call blue. And we get a bunch of sprouts that we can distribute. Gain 2 cards. More cards is always more better. Sacrifice a growth. Now don't you dare call blue again, because then I'll be caught without my ability to gain soil from that blue. Oh, thank goodness. Thank you for not calling blue. Okay, yeah, we want the soil. We definitely want the growth. And you. I like the oak moss. Are we running out of room for our fungi? Not really, but I'm not a huge fan of this. Of course, if I go for the oak moss, that means I can't get into terrain, or we sacrifice the column. That is always a possibility. Because right now we're into mushrooms, we're into bushes, we're into trees. We have 1 more column worth of stuff that we can get. And that's the problem. Oak moss is good. Oak moss is real freaking good. But I also don't want to throw away savanna. I do want to sack 1 thing for 2. We can sack this. But I don't think I want to sack 2 things. I'm going to skip that one. All right, so we've got 12. We've got money to spend. Yeah, if we want to outpace the AI, we need to get working on our blue cards. We have 2 in the bank. These are 2 more. Then we just need 2 more, and we've got that one condition settled. Plus, they're very likely to start calling blue soon. So I want to get my blues down. So let's do that. And I guess we might be going without terrain, or we might make one of these columns a sacrificial lamb column so that we can throw in a few bits of terrain. But for now, brown rot fungus, you have decent growth potential, so you can go up here. So you have diagonal adjacency to the trumpets. And then the oak moss. Oak moss is going to be its own column. Yeah, oak moss goes over here. All right, what are we keeping? Earthquake. Earthquake's a thing. Papaya is a better thing, though. I think that will get us closer to our blows. So let's keep the papaya. We're into tree tech. All right, you gonna call blue? Nope. You're gonna call the fauna again. You can have the wildebeest. I'm putting stuff on my things. You can keep that one. Okay, we can't do a double plant, unfortunately. Let's call yellow. We haven't actually called our own yellow yet, and we've got the sprouts to sacrifice. We've got the mulch. We've got everything that we need. We've got room for growth tokens. So let's call yellow. And again, these global growth tokens always go on the trumpets. We could also, we could play our solar flare now that we've gotten these growth tokens, but let's spam out the rest of the growths first so that we can trim them and then do, so yeah, we're taking that, getting the soil. We will activate X. 3 growth tokens abound. What's the most efficient place to put them? Technically, one goes on the fungus. And then, yeah, that fungus gets partial, and we can give it more later. Draw a card. Wall screw moss. Ah, see, now this is one, this is a columnar effect. We are definitely going for the herbs effect here, especially since it goes onto the oak moss. Fantastic draw. Ooh, an asteroid. We could actually feasibly play the asteroid. 5 sprouts and what, 4? Do we have that? We do have that. We could actually drop an asteroid right now. And then just do back to back to back to back plantings here. We could actually do the asteroid into a solar flare so that we get a ton of dirt and 3 cards so that we get completely spoiled for choice. Yes. All right, time for some well, actually, before we do that, I'm going to want the AI to take their turn, because if we can't completely annihilate all our growth, because if they call blue, we need to have a growth to sacrifice. So let's just do the solar flare. We can sacrifice a little bit of growth and one of these and just get some cards to look at. Shiitake, kind of expensive. All right, well, we got our blues covered. Reed Canary Grass is fantastic. Man, we are getting all kinds of good bush type cards. I'm glad we set aside it. This might be one where I don't do terrains, as crazy as that is. Yeah, let's end the phase. See what, yeah, see, they're calling blue now. I knew, I felt it. I felt it. We're still in the process of getting more dirt. Latter half of the game, you start thinking about picking up point bearing resources, but early half of the game, we're spend. Let's do the board and then the tableau. Actually, the tableau into board. We don't need to worry about being caught without growth to sacrifice, because if we do the tableau for, although no, that sacrifices itself down there. But either way, yeah, we'll do board tableau. -1 growth here. +1/+1. Give you back. And give you back. And then we'll just take it right back away again. So that leaves us at what? 3 growth. So we can't asteroid just yet. But we're getting there. We got plenty of cards. Alright, so we've got 17 dirt now. We can cost is quickly becoming not a concern, but I do want to let's get this Reed Canary Grass, because I want to rush the blue. And then red mangrove. I could do a red mangrove. I could also do a papaya. I would not mind a papaya. Let's also get our diagonals going. So we're going to put the papaya, I'm going to put it down here. Still in the tree column. All right, we got the kingfisher before Gaia, so it's worth more points for us. Okay, tornado. We don't have a ton of mountain cards, do we? No. So Rocky Mountains ain't worth it. Strangler, fig. No. No, thank you. We have plenty of dirt. Yeah, I think we're going tornado. We might not even use it necessarily. Depends on if we need the dirt. And he calls blue. All right. So at 9, yeah, we're still in the needs of soil for now. We'll do board to tableau. Drop the growth from the trumpets. Get some more sprouts. Get some more growth and sprouts. Lose a growth. Gain a card. Interesting. All right, that's actually that'll be worth. Oh yeah, that'll definitely be worth it for my tree column. All right, so we don't really need to play any more blues. What I do want to do is finish my diagonals here with this next planting. This one up here is definitely going to be the sweet orange tree. Because we can afford it, and it's near here, and it's got a lot of growth potential. 8. And what do we want? We need a I don't really like torgrass. Oh yeah, the wall screw moss. Yeah, we'll take the wall screw moss. And that'll give us our diagonal bonus before Gaia can claim that, so we get the full points for it. Yeah, so we took 2, and Gaia took 2, but I'm not really even going to go for these 2, so she can have them. Now we just need to... Now we have to start looking at stacking our growth tokens accordingly that have different numbered growth tokens. And it actually counts, it's not the growth token potential, it's the number of actual growth tokens. So we got to be careful where we distribute. Hail. How's our... Well, it's running a little low. Hail might be a thing. Lava tube's looking good. Corn's actually looking really good. It is later game, so corn, absolutely corn. That'll be number 4 in our thing right here. And Gaia wants to plant. Fair enough. Will we be planting our corn? I think we will. Better than the others. Yeah, I'll take the corn. We're just 2 more plantings away from that, but we do want to, at this point we should be gaining quite a bit of soil, even with the corn here. We'd be gaining quite a bit of soil for from yellow actions, so we can kind of just lean on our yellow actions. Curry tree, eh? Little rainbow action. Actually, it's pretty good late game rainbow action. Not gonna lie. Kind of like it for our last tree spot. And actually, if we're hurting for soil, we can hit the tornado, we can drop the asteroid, but we don't need to. We'll see what our things are looking like. We might not, because these both have negative points associated with them. So playing them just to play them is not a smart move. You play them if you need them. But we need soil right now, and we can afford to take a yellow action. Is it going to be worth it to sacrifice one of the column's bonuses for a savanna? 6 per column. So we'd be sacrificing 6 points if we stick a savanna in one of these columns. But in return, we would get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. All right, so yeah, it's worth sacrificing one of the column's bonuses for the savanna. So basically this is going to be like the last card we place. Let's go for growth. We can do the flatland swap in. All right, so now, so this one's going to get 2 tokens. And yeah, this one grows it, so we don't want to max out any of these on their own. This one's going to get 3 tokens, which we can get from here. So we want, actually, yeah, we want these stacked on the trumpets. Activate this, and each of you gets a growth token. Gladly sacrifice. See? We didn't end up doing a blue build. This is a yellow build. And yes, all right. So we give out 3. Who wants the 3? You kind of want the 3. Actually, you want the 3 because this one gives us some Boku bonuses and we can give out more growth later. Minus, yeah, that's definitely worth it. And then that's 3 growth that we can put anywhere. Oh wait, why did I? Because I forgot this is a growth on all things. I mean, it already triggered this turn, so next time we have to burn growth, we can burn some from this sweet orange tree. So down here, we're gonna give, you're gonna be worth 1. And you don't have any up down, so you're gonna be 1 too. And yeah, we'll get more soil. Give us a card, please. And another card to activate. And this one gets all of these. Such value. Japanese maple A. I still kind of digging the curry tree, although it is worth more points. Can hold more growth tokens too. This one's going in the opposite direction. I have a feeling it's gonna be our bushes here, because we need 1 more fungus to max out our fungus line. All right, and they call yellow, so that works. So the question is, do I want to draw any more cards? Not particularly. Actually, what I want to do is I want to play an event. I'm going to drop an asteroid because I need to clear off the growth from here. Otherwise, we're going to waste it. And then we'll really be set for soil. In which case, we can do our growth. And you know what? We're gonna give you back. One, two. I should have kept on going for the trumpets. I'll do that for next ones. So we activate you. 1, 2, and 3. Still worth it. You're definitely worth it. So now the question becomes, do we see ourselves playing yellow again? If not, then we need to max the tree. You know what? Let's max the tree anyway. And yeah, you become 3 down here. And you are going to get maxed up here. And where else do we want this to go? Don't want it to go to the papaya because that's, yeah, basically I don't want to put it into any of these. Although maybe the corn. Now we'll put in this fungus up here. Give us a card, please. And more growth, more value. All right, we're at 18. We're doing nothing but planting now. All right, so we need one more fungus. You are not what I want. Because we're playing that card, the yellow. No, I don't think I have. Well, then let's play what we do have. Japanese maple is a possibility. It's actually slightly better than the curry tree. So we'll take the Japanese maple as our final tree entry. And yeah, I think the wild card here is going to be, like, we're going to sacrifice the bushes. Oh, shiitake. Well, shiitake's not yellow. We could do a flatland swap. But I don't have any, like, really expensive cards that I can cheat in that are yellow. Like, I could cheat in the shiitake. Actually, I probably could have played this one as my final trade, but too late now. Do I want to just slap down the savannah and just bide my time? See if I get a yellow mushroom. Or do we make the mushrooms the sacrificial lamb column and get 2 more bushes? So what do we have for bushes? Do we have yellow bushes? No, we do not. Everything is coming up red here. I mean, we could punt and go for a red here. Or we could punt and throw down a yellow wild card. Call it the bushes as the nonconformist column. Decisions. You know what? I'm just gonna call it. We're gonna throw down the savanna. We're gonna put in the bushes. So we are sacrificing that one column, and now to make this pay off more, we're gonna want to make sure that we get yellows going as much as possible, which might not be viable. This lichen, though, probably a good second thing for this column. Because, yeah, we got the jelly ear, but, I mean, it's still more red fungus. It's great late game fungus, don't get me wrong. Actually, jelly ear is really good if we call red, so we can turn a bunch of our hand into points. We've only got 6 dirt left, though. We need to be mindful of that. We might not be able to drop the expensive ones, else we take another turn. So you know what? Let's take the jelly ear. We'll take the jelly ear and run with it. Yes, I could sacrifice these, but that's minus 4 points in total. Not really wanting to do that. All right, well, we got red. That's a good thing. We can get more soil, so we have more to play with here. Take all our goodies here. Yeah, we'll top you off. So we got 4, 3, 2, 0. So this row right here is all set when it comes to different things. 1, 2, 2, 5. We're going to need to put another growth token on here. Yes, we'll absolutely sacrifice. Oh, mineral-rich land. We don't have a ton of soil in reserve. And yes, we will sacrifice 2 more. Turn them into points. All right, so if we spend another turn calling yellow, what does that do for us? There's going to be some wasted growth here, but yeah, I don't know if calling yellow is the answer here. We got 10, and we need a mushroom down here. Then again, calling yellow would give us access to some additional card choice. So let's look at our growth. So yeah, see, these two are even Steven too. That's not good. You know what? I think we need to call yellow. And then we'll finish the game off. All right, so where do these growth tokens need to go so that we come up with different numbers? One needs to go here so that rolls up to a 4, so we keep this. No. I might need to tell them to not put a growth token there. That needs to stay at 2, as much as it pains me. So this is going to be a 3. No, it can't be a 3. That's a 1. This needs to be a 2. It'll become a 2. This will get bumped up. This will get bumped up. It needs to be a 4. And it will get bumped up. I gotta be very careful about this. Also, I just realized we should have, well, we'll see what we can get. You cannot take the yellow action. Yeah, there's a nice finisher for you. Still no yellow fungus. Plenty of other funguses, but not yellow. But let's go through this here. So yes, we're gonna lose some. So yeah, you turn to 3, that's ideal. You turn to 2, that's ideal. You turn to 3, that is ideal. Yeah. Give ourselves plenty of dirt to work with. No. We skip this one, actually. And I think we skip this one, too. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll always take a card. 1 growth and 1. So the 1 growth needs to go here. And we are actually going to skip this one. Gaia doesn't give us anything, so now we need to plant. Oh, welp, that's something. That's a thing. That's a terrain with 4+ tokens. So that gives us 1, 2, but that's worth 10, which is nothing to sneeze at. Could have been worth 15 if I had gone for that, but I didn't know that that was coming. Still, I'd say worth doing. And then we do a 1 for fungus of any type, even if it's not yellow. Yeah, let's do it. All right, giant forest. In you go. Wild card spot. And then neither of you are worth anything. So in you go, Penny Bun. Just so you can maintain. And yeah, we are not cashing in our tornado event. That just loses us points. Alright, last round. Let's see how we do. Ah. I knew that that last growth, that last yellow action was probably not needed. All right, let's take a look at the scores. So we got 16 points off our Savannah. 15? Four plus. Corn. Oh yeah, the angel's trumpets and then the sweet oranges. So we got 15 off of that. Even better value than I thought. We got these here. I've been operating under the exact wrong assumption. You can read Pinstar with a different type, not the same type. Well, that would be why I lost. We did pretty well with the Alps, though. Whoops. And we did pretty decently well with our own. With our own goal here. All right, folks. So yeah, lesson learned, read the cards. Because we probably could have pulled a win out of this one if I had gotten some good points on this one. If you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, it's been Pinstar signing out. See ya!